Good morning and welcome to the Petitti Pro Garden Show. Thank you all so much for getting up early and being with us. So much is going on today, Hall of Fame weekend, and I hope all of you are enjoying festivities. Hopefully you made it to the game on Thursday night and you're getting ready and listening to us at the parade. Right. So also we have a special guest with us again today. We have Kevin from Habitat for Humanity. Hi, Kevin. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks.
Good morning. Good morning. Get your coffee.
I got it.
Hey,
2 cups already.
Exactly.
Don't worry about
it. You got to get it in. And most of you probably, if you are at the parade or on your route to the parade, if you're going to the end, you've had multiple cups of coffee. I remember going to the parade when my daughter was little and getting up at 3 in the morning to get those great spots. So hopefully all of you are ready to hear about gardening and habitat, and also be able to catch some of the parade. If you aren't going to the parade, I know that it is on TV later on today. So we're going to go ahead and get rolling here. If you would all assume an attitude of prayer, we're going to ask Christ to bless our show. Father, we just come before you and we thank you for your goodness and we thank you for your grace. And just thank you for giving us what we need to walk out every day. Just bless our show and help it to bless others and ultimately bless you, Father. We just thank you and praise you. In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen. So we're going to start with questions that you have had over the last week. Get those answered, and then we are going to find out what has been going on at Habitat and what is going to be going on at Habitat. So the first thing, we have had some questions about tomato problems. All of you are having tomato blight or powdery mildew, and this is sort of a little story along with a question. So a lady came in about 3 weeks ago, and she told Sarah that she had a problem with her tomato, brought in a leaf. Sarah looked at it, diagnosed it, and told her that she needed copper fungicide. The lady said, I read on the internet that baking soda will cure this. I'm going to try that first. A bottle of copper fungicide does cost $8.99. She wanted to try the baking soda. So she went home, did the baking soda, and on Wednesday of this week, she came in and said, Cindy, Sarah told me what to do. I didn't do it, and I threw my tomato plant out today because the powdery mildew was so bad I couldn't control it, and it had taken over the plant. Now I threw away the plant because I knew that the copper fungicide couldn't even fix this, and now I need another tomato plant. So to go back to the question, if you do have a disease, home remedies are great for some things. Great for prevention. So if you're going to do home remedies, it's probably best if you start off with those remedies before you have an issue and prevent the issue from coming. But once you get it, these are all organic, natural ways to control. Copper is labeled for organic gardening, so you can use it to control the diseases on your tomato plants. This is going to control your blight and your powdery mildew, as long as you don't let it get to the point where she did. She had to throw her plant completely out. So then she had no tomatoes. Thank goodness we had planted tomatoes in big pots, and she was able to buy a plant that was 3 feet tall, producing tomatoes already, and take it home so she still has tomatoes. But those are the kind of things that happen, and it's always going to be best, if you can, to prevent them. But if you can't, use the products that's out there and don't try to cure it yourself. Also this week, a gentleman brought in photos and a piece of a branch from his spruce tree, and he had some definite issues. He's already lost 2 spruce trees before he decided to do anything about it. And he didn't have he said he has moths flying all the way around. We didn't see any bags, so we're not sure if he has bagworm or if he has gypsy moth. But one of them and both of them can completely destroy your tree. And if you do have one of these, you want to catch it early if you want to do it organically, because they are very fierce and they can completely control and overtake a spruce tree or a pine tree, arborvitaes, in a very short period of time. So if you do notice a dying branch, especially if you see moths flying around, or if you notice a little bag hanging that sort of resembles a pine cone, but it's a little smaller, you should do some examining, because a lot of times what it is the bagworm, and they pull the needles off, and they can secrete this fiber sticky substance, wrap it around the needles, and make a little cocoon for their egg to develop in, and it will overtake the tree in a very short period of time. So if you have a bad case, you're probably going to have to use a chemical on it. And Bonide does have a really good systemic that you will mix up in a watering can, put it around the drip line of the tree. If you do catch it early enough, you can use neem oil and spray. The thing is, if your tree's really big, you're going to need a very large ladder to be able to get there, or some people will even use their pressure washer. But you need to be very careful doing that. I wouldn't recommend that unless you have used a pressure washer a lot, because you can strip the needles right off your tree if you're not real careful. But if you do notice an evergreen especially defoliating, turning brown, bring in a sample to us and let us get that taken care of for you, because spruce trees cost a lot of money. You don't want to waste them and you don't want to lose them. So that's going to help you with that. Next question we have, again, blossom end rot. That black spot on the bottom of your tomatoes is not a disease. It's a nutrient deficiency. We've talked about this multiple times over the summer, and there's still a lot of you having this issue. Remember, consistent watering is going to help that. Tomato plants that are in a container, they dry out so quickly. Sometimes they need water twice a day. Also, when it's dry, it can't even take in the nutrients that you might have already given it. So consistent watering, along with a good tomato fertilizer that has the additional calcium and magnesium in it, is going to prevent that. But that consistent watering is key, even if you are adding the supplements. Next question that we had was about Japanese beetles. We're just about done. Don't go crazy over Japanese beetles. I think probably a week, maybe 10 days at the max, we have worth of Japanese beetles left. They're going to be over. They were terrible this year, but if you've waited this long, they're not going to do that much more damage. So wait it out. You're probably going to be okay. If not, we do have the sprays that you can spray. If for some reason your plants just started getting attacked, you don't want complete defoliation. There will be no photosynthesis going on, and your plant can die. It's not really from the Japanese beetle, but it's from their damage. So you want to make sure that you get that taken care of. To let you know of a couple of the specials that we have going on at the store, we just picked the last peaches yesterday, so we will have peaches today. Remember, they're organic, grown right on our farm. Come on over and take advantage of that. $3.25 a quart. So if you have questions that you would like us to answer, you can call me at 330-455-5997. You can fax your questions at 330-455-5998. You can email your questions and photos, please. That makes my life much more easy. At cindypetitti@gmail.com. That's CINDYPETITTI@gmail.com. But the best way for us to answer your questions is to bring it in to us at 5828 Columbus Road in Nimishillen Township. We're right there on the corner of Columbus Road and Broadway. So we will help you any way we can answer your questions. So, Kevin.
Hey.
I've answered all the questions that they had about gardening, but you have had a really busy summer.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so
it's been crazy.
The last time we talked was the first part of June, and you were just getting ready for a huge event.
Yeah, big event.
Your 500th house being built.
Yeah, can you believe that?
And how did that event go?
It was an amazing day. It was a very meaningful day. There were
such a blessing.
Lots of crying eyes in the audience. It marked a milestone that we've been building toward in this area for nearly 30 years. Next year will be Habitat's 30th anniversary here in this area in East Central Ohio. So that's another milestone coming down the way. We're going to have
a big celebration.
Yeah, we will. It'll be maybe a year-long celebration as far as we're concerned.
Exactly.
It's just an amazing thing to see. Every single house that gets prepared, that families build for themselves, that they work together, building each other's homes, taking financial literacy courses, all of that personal development. So every home is a big celebration, but when you get to that milestone of 500 houses,
yes.
That's 2,000 individuals. That's that's thousands of children as well. And so we're talking about lives that are forever different. And that milestone was huge. We had live music and lots of photos and videos being taken. We had a big photo wall and photo frames that people could hold up and get on Instagram. We had great speakers come up and share their memories of Habitat so far and their hopes for the future of the ministry as well.
Yes.
It was just a really powerful time for the community to come together. And we did it in our renewal project neighborhood. I don't know if you remember this. So we've got a 4-year, $3.5 million investment going on in the northeast side of Canton. And it's called the Renewal Project. It's where we're bringing new construction and rehab construction and demolition. And we even built a pocket park this past week with the help of friends from Canton Rotary and City of Canton. So
well, where's that at?
It's over on the northeast side of Canton. And so there's just a community over there that has a whole collection of homeowners who are invested in their community. But it was what we call a tipping neighborhood. So, if it went down just a little bit farther, it was going to be just past the point of no return. So here, Habitat brought all this together, and the donors and the volunteers who are helping us to get the work done. And now we've already assisted almost 40 families in this community with critical home repairs, minor home repairs, new construction, rehab construction, just all the stuff that Habitat does. And so we had that celebration at the 500th house, which is also in that same community. And it was sort of this homage to the past, but also this marking of all the great stuff that can be done in this city when people come together, whether that's with prayer, with finances, with time. Whatever it is, with Restore donations and purchases, all of it comes together to build this wonderful thing. 500 houses and beyond. And like I sit here today at knowing that 500 is almost done, and I'm going, let's talk about the next 500 because it's going to be an incredible journey.
What the future can hold is just...
It's unbelievable.
Right, exactly. Much to our dismay of what could happen here. This is just exploding. And,
it is.
And what a blessing to so many people. And not only a blessing, Kevin, to people that are getting the homes, but it's a blessing for the folks that are able to help.
Absolutely.
Because it is such a blessing to give.
It is.
And so many companies that is able to give time and labor and materials. Such a blessing to all of them.
It's a great community building thing. It's a team building thing. It lets people who have that real sense of otherness, of selflessness, get out and put that into practice. For believers, it allows us to put our faith into action and kind of put all of that momentum of Christ and what He's done into our very lives for the benefit of other people. And so it really helps everyone. And for families who get on the site, it helps them know that they've got skin in the game, that it's their home. They're purchasing it with a zero-interest mortgage. They're building it themselves with their own hands. They're seeing it from the point that it's a vacant lot to the point that it's got a door with a key that they're holding in their hand. And it's a tremendous process. And I'll say it all the time. Habitat is a ministry of dignity, and it's a ministry of unity. And those are big key words for us at Habitat because it brings people together, but it also lets families know that they've got a hand up, not a hand out.
Right.
And I think that that's a big part of the development that happens in every partner family that comes through.
And I think one of the greatest thing about Habitat, it's not just building homes. It is a ministry.
It is, very much.
It's sharing the heart of God. And that is just more important than the home.
Yeah. That's what we're founded on. It's a Christian ministry.
Right.
Our mission statement is seeking to put God's love into action. We bring people together to build homes, communities, and hope. And that is the cornerstone. I mean, to use a building phrase, that is the foundation of who we are and what we do. We work with people of all faiths and no faith, but it's our faith that drives us to do that in such a meaningful way.
And that's what we're commanded to do from God,
right.
To do that, to share His love to whoever, to the whole world. No matter what they believe or where their heart is, we have to show His love. And that's what, that's what we're commanded to do.
It's a very tangible way, right at Habitat.
Yes, exactly. So if someone is interested in making a donation monetarily or materials, how can they do that?
Sure. There are a lot of easy ways. So let me just go through them slowly here. Our website is habitateco.org. ECO stands for East Central Ohio, so habitateco.org. Our phone number is 330-915 888-915-5888. Those are two great resources that will get you connected immediately, whether you're talking about volunteering, giving a gift, or making a donation at Restore of materials, home goods, building supplies. All of that helps to build homes as well. So no matter how you invest, Habitat is a ministry that has tangible results on the other side, and it's making a real big impact in this community and all of East Central Ohio.
Right. And if someone makes a donation and they want to follow the progress of what's going on, you guys have a great presence on Facebook and Instagram and all of those kind of things. So how can they follow you on Facebook? And Instagram as well. So
we post on Facebook specifically, and Instagram we post every single day inspirational stories, photos, videos, stories about the families who are coming through the program, even success stories of families who have perhaps paid off their mortgage, their zero interest mortgage. Maybe they've made their final payment. That's a story that you would see on our Facebook page. So our address is facebook.com/Habitat for Humanity ECO. And you can search for us on Facebook too, just in the search bar, and you'll find us. But thousands and thousands of people connect with us on Facebook, whether that's our ministry page at Habitat or our Restore page. On Restore, we're pushing about 15,000 people who connect with us to see what's in the store, what sales we've got coming up, and all that. So, and that's growing like crazy. And we're very excited to be able to have that opportunity to communicate with everybody, show them what we got.
And what about on Instagram?
Same thing. So our username is at Habitat for Humanity ECO, and you can find us there. We post different pictures. It's all different content because it's a different format. But you can find videos and photos of families and volunteers and groups of people and information on the Restore page about what's coming up and what you can find in store.
Right. So, and if they're a group or an individual that is interested in helping with a build. How do they get a hold of you with that? Same way?
Same phone number. Yep, 330-915-5888. You can speak with our community outreach coordinator, and she'll be able to help you figure out where your organization or your church or your nonprofit or whatever it is, whether you just have a big group of friends that want to come out and swing a hammer, or if you want to volunteer at Restore. She will get you connected, and we really are a ministry that has an opportunity for every single person to volunteer. So we'd be happy. We have about 5,000 volunteers a year come through the doors of Habitat here in East Central Ohio, and we'd like that number to go up because there's plenty of work to do.
Oh, of course.
I
remember when my daughter was Constitution Queen back in 2005. She had her court, and they all decided to volunteer at Habitat.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, it was a bunch of girly girls.
Sure.
And so they decided that it was probably going to be a little best if they volunteered at the Restore. So that's what they did. They volunteered at the Restore.
It's Hall of Fame season, but we've had the Hall of Fame Queen in Court come out, and they volunteer at a work site, and they swing hammers as good as anyone else. And the smiles on their faces are big, and the work that they do is meaningful. And so, anybody can get out on a Habitat site. We've got site supervisors who make it easy and safe and fun, and it's a day well spent, whether you're young, whether you're old, whatever. We got a space for everyone, and that includes swinging hammers.
I know when I was down at the Restore the last time, there were some great volunteers down there. They were so helpful, and it was just wonderful. It's just such a blessing just to go and get to talk with them and things like that too.
It's
so
fun.
It's great. Yeah,
it's real fun.
So what do you guys have coming up? We've talked about what happened so far this summer, but what do we have coming up? What are we looking forward to besides 30 years?
Right. Yeah, that's a big deal. Restore is always got something going on. We've got sales coming up. We've got all the time sales coming up.
Right.
Like today on Saturday, I've got great Saturday news. We've got 40% off the entire store and 50% off every lamp that we've got in the store. So those are two things that are happening today. Every single Thursday, we've got what we call a cash and carry sale, where if you buy a furniture or an appliance, you get 20% off instantly if you can take that item with you when you leave, right? Ooh. So there's just a nice way to save money and clean out our inventory, because honestly, remember we had our grand reopening down on Raff Road?
Right.
Since then, it's just been a really energized community of Restore shoppers and donors, and we're really excited excited and honored and thrilled about that. People who are donating great items, and a lot of them. And sometimes we've just got to make space for some of this stuff we've got in the back. So that's where those 40% off sales like today come into play. So today, if somebody's interested in that, they can visit us down on Raft Road. It's 1400 Raft Road Southwest. And we're open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. So today we'll be open till 7 p.m.
Right. So after you do all of your Hall of Fame festivities.
There is that. Yeah.
Exactly. The Hall of Fame thing, it consumes a lot.
It
right.
does.
But after the parade, especially if you're downtown watching the
you're
parade,
already close.
You're already close. You can zip on right down to
Absolutely right.
Tusk there, jump onto Raft, and you're right there. So you guys will be there.
It's a full store right now, and it's really great, unique stuff, and you want to come take a look for sure.
Right. Wonderful.
Sure.
That sounds great. Okay. So any more houses being built this summer?
Yeah, we just had a partner family and site supervisor gathering is what we call it. It's not that exciting of a name, but it's an exciting night because here's what happens. The new homeowners who are beginning their builds are meeting the site supervisors that are going to oversee their project for the very first time. They bring their whole family, they bring their kids, they bring their spouses. Everybody comes together to celebrate the start of new homes. And we had this just last week, and there are 7 additional families who are kicking off their homes right now, and we're finishing up still the houses that we started in the spring.
In the spring.
So it's just, Habitat is kind of a constant state of building and renovating and all the stuff that we do, but it just never quite ends. Our Habitat does up to like 30 projects a year. And so we're really pushing the envelope when it comes to build capacity, making sure that we're doing as much as we can with the resources that we have and the people who are very eager to get into their safe, decent, affordable homes in time for things like Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so there are going to be lots of families this year who are going to be celebrating these holidays in their new homes for the very, very first time. And that's always a big reason to celebrate. But we kicked that off just last week, and it was a really monumental sort of night. So those houses will be under roof by fall, and so they can still work in them. Yeah, we work through the winter. So a lot of people think that, it's wintertime, they're not going to be able to have anything to do. We can't help Habitat at this time of the year. No. But that's not how it is. It keeps going. It gets, the house gets under roof, and there's all that interior work that takes so long. Yeah. And that goes on all through the winter. Absolutely. So, if you're out there and you're thinking, the summer is coming to the end and there's not going to be anything for our group to do, not the way it is. Come on down to Habitat. As soon as we get those roofs on, we just get inside and do things like trim and paint and drywall and you name it. We're cabinets, all of it. All of that, right. Yeah. Exactly. So there's something to do all year round at Habitat. And again, Restore is a great volunteer opportunity as well. Whether you've got retail experience or not, there's inventory stuff, there's recycling efforts that we have going on in the back, there's pricing and helping us research the best prices so we can get our customers a great deal on an item that would have been maybe 50 to 90% more expensive at a regular retail operation. So there are all kinds of ways and all kinds of time that you can spend at Habitat if you're ready to help families in this area. Right. Wonderful. Okay, so we have to wrap up here. Any special things that we need to tell everyone? How to get a hold of you, what's going on. All right, sales. Grab a pen. Here we go. So today at Restore, Saturday, we've got 40% off store-wide. We've got 50% off all lamps, and that's at Restore. And just a reminder, we've got a ton of summer stuff, outdoor patio furniture, all that paint in a bunch of new colors, and this is brand new paint. And so you want to get down to Restore if at all possible. I know there's Hall of Fame. Indoor and outdoor paint, right? Yes, correct. Exactly. And so that's a great program. You definitely want to get there. Come and find us at 1400 Raft Road Southwest. That's on the southwest side of Canton. We're open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Restore. And you can find us online at restoreeco.org. And our phone number is 330-915-5888. And one more Restore update that I think is very exciting. We've kicked off an online donation scheduling form. You can schedule a free donation pickup without even talking to a person. I mean, I know, but convenience is so helpful for people. Some of those folks, they're
in the evening, they start working on this, and they're cleaning out the basement, and they see, oh my gosh, I have all this stuff. Restore's closed. I can't call to schedule.
Right.
I'm going to be at work before they open. Now they can just do it online.
Right, exactly.
They don't have to worry about it. At midnight, you can schedule your pickup.
It's perfect.
Right.
RestoreECO.org, and you'll find that online donation scheduling request form right on the site. So that's great.
Right.
So that's Restore. On the Habitat side, you want to volunteer, you want to donate, you want to ask us any of your questions, you can reach us online at habitateco.org, or you can call us at 330-915-5888.
Wonderful. I can't believe how quickly
I know it goes real fast.
This goes so fast. The show goes so fast. But thanks so much for being here again.
Thank you.
It's great.
I appreciate the
You have some new staff.
Yeah.
We have her actually.
She is here.
Videoing our show.
Is it making you nervous having her sitting
exactly.
there?
I'm like, oh my gosh,
this is a radio
I didn't do
show.
my hair today or anything. I never worry about this stuff on here.
Well, get ready.
So. This is...
Yeah, this is Colleen. She's joined our team as a marketing communications coordinator.
Wonderful.
So she doesn't have a mic, but she's mouthing the words hello.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep, there it was.
See? So you guys were able to pick it up.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Yeah. And we thank all of you for getting up early and being with us, and hopefully enjoying Hall of Fame festivities this weekend. Remember that Christ is with you no matter where you're at or what event is going on in our town. He's there, and he wants you to be reflecting him. And so everything you do, like Habitat, do it in the name of Jesus Christ and make him proud and show people what Christ really is, and it's his love, and let him know that. We want to thank all of you for being here with us, and we will be right back here with you next week. And actually, I think we have Kathy Jeffers from Nanny Goat Naturals that'll be with us next week. You all have a wonderful week. If you have questions, don't forget to give me a call at 330-455-5997. Thanks so much, and have a blessed week.